Hey there, guys.
And we are back playing some more Binding of Isaac Rebirth. You might think this is a little bit surprising because I said, hey, the graphics card is going to be in on the weekend. Technically it was, because technically the end of school on Friday becomes the weekend. But, yeah, what would have been 4 to 7 day shipping apparently came in like 2. So, good job, New Egg Shipping, aka USPS, I think. Can't tell for sure. Whoever provides shipping for them, good job. Because you certainly got there pretty quick. And I spent all yesterday getting it set up and going to football game and stuff. Doing all that fun thing, all those fun things. And then this morning, I made everything 4K again. I made, not like the videos, but like my screen 4K. So, let me see if I can show you that. Yeah, so 4K. And I also overclocked. So, I'm running on the 970 from Zotac, the Amp Extreme, overclocked to a little over 1500. I think it's actually maybe like 1550-ish megahertz, with a slightly overclocked RAM at about 500 extra megahertz, so like 7700 megahertz RAM. It's very, very powerful, let's just say. Bioshock Infinite, max settings, 4K, 60 FPS, no problem. Oh, hold on. I just realized I should probably select that setting. There you go. Now you can actually see the screen consistently instead of seeing only when I am clicked out of the game. So, as you can see by our little save file here, you may have... Actually, I may not have even recorded that, but there is definitely Mega Satan because I have killed him. As you can see, he has a big old bump on his forehead, and he has X's for eyes, and he stinks because he's a big old dummy. So, let's go ahead and try to do something that is very necessary for us. Let's try to do some blue baby runs, try to beat Isaac, so we can get the D6. I got spoiled about this by NL on one of his streams, so I unfortunately now know something that I technically shouldn't have, but it's basically the same as the last game. It's just a lot easier to unlock Blue Baby. You don't have to beat Isaac like 10 times already. You just have to unlock Blue Baby and then get to Isaac. So, that is going to be our goal. We're basically, due to our level of skill, aka near 0, we are going to need to be carried pretty heavily since Blue Baby's a tough sell as is, but much less, much harder with my own skill level. So ow, yeah, see, got hit on the first floor. So good. Pinking shears aren't really good. I think the poop is a little less valuable in the fact that you can't just hurt people by using this and or fly. But I'm not sure that this doesn't still hurt you. Nope, doesn't hurt you at all. But you do get your little minion that does so much damage. That's good, because in the last game, I believe pinking shears required you to use up a heart container in order to do that. Like, not like the container itself, but you had to take a heart of damage in order to use it. So it's good to see that that is no longer a stigmata that you have to carry around. We really got to be careful with these guys. Try to bring them out like we are right now, one at a time. That way we can just deal with them slowly but surely. And I'm most certainly loving the 4 gigs of VRAM on this card as well. It's not like you're going to see any difference in this, but you're certainly going to see some difference in things like Payday 2 4K I do have to turn some of the graphical settings down, but even still it looks great, and I get 60 FPS, and I get it at 4K. So I don't even need to put on anti-aliasing. Well, you could, but really what's the point of putting on anti-aliasing at 4K? It's basically just to remove anti-aliasing to begin with. Let's go ahead and fight Pin. I was hoping I didn't have to evacuate into the boss room, especially since we didn't have Pinking Shears charged up. But those spike room right there is like one of the hardest configurations of a non-enemy room that you can run into. The other one is that one with the spikes and the 4 heads that automatically shoot in a given direction, and they shoot down these lanes that you're forced to travel across. That is the worst thing.
Can you guess what movie I'm going to be watching when I'm done talking to you?
What?
In your ugly face.
I figured that would happen. So what were you saying? Did you see?
No. That's what I said, and then you said, well, I figured.
Oh, okay, what'd you say?
Nothing. I'll say something else. And guess what movie I'm watching after when you're done streaming?
Sure. Cheaper by the dozen.
No.
Are we there
but that
yet?
is a good movie.
Are you watching Christmas Carol?
No. It's not even Christmas yet.
Yeah, I'm aware. It's not
But
too
it
early
is
to
sort of
start
Christmas.
watching Christmas movies. Hallmark's going to be putting on their marathons. You can be sure of that. There's only 3 things that are certain in this world: death, taxes, and Hallmark Christmas movies long before Christmas.
That is true. I'm gonna be watching Frozen
Nice.
on my PC.
It's actually a really good movie, I must say. I was expecting it to be very kiddie. To some extent it is, but it's not a grown-ups movie in any way, but it isn't that bad. I actually kind of like it.
Frozen? Oh,
What?
jeez. Okay, I need to change my DPI. There we go. Oh, wow. Wow, mirror
Yeah, I keep my
edge.
DPI at around 1600, despite this mouse being capable of 8200. Because that's just the best setting for me. I think it's basically what I find on a regular mouse to be comfortable. Oh, and also, I also got this spoiler from NL. Technically, it's not a spoiler. It's just, you know, I kind of figured, but I've never actually put it into practice because I need to kill these guys as quick as possible. But if they run at you, it's best not to shoot at them because then you can throw them into your path. So don't shoot at gurglings when they dash. Try to do what I'm doing right now and just like hit them while they're farther away. It helps a lot. A lot. Oh, more on the graphics card. I tested out PlanetSide 2, and you guys saw towards the end of the Thanksgiving livestream if you watched it. Towards the end when we were doing it, the graphics card probably heated up enough that it started to thermal throttle. Ow. Yeah, I probably could have avoided.
The sounds are so loud, I can't hear you right now. Turning down the mouse volume.
Okay, you do that. And you saw I was sort of getting like down in the mid-30s FPS range. I was like, oh gosh, what is going on? This little internal monologue, and I turned, and that was in 1080p. Keep in mind, I turned it on today to test out the graphical fidelity options with the new graphics card. I went in and I turned it up to 4K and maxed out all the settings. Still got it 60 FPS consistently.
On PlanetSide 2?
Yeah.
Can you kill me now? Because I will never have that good of a PC, and I am jealous. Mouse! Oh!
You are not worthy.
Sniper just shot him
Oh,
out.
and I also tried out War Thunder. Same thing, 4K max settings and 60 FPS. It was really nice because before, like, I could do 4K 60 FPS if I turned down the settings a little bit, or if I had it at the max settings, I could deal with it at like 20-ish or 30-ish FPS. But obviously, you don't want to have that in a shooter. Technically, it's a shooter. So I was like, okay, let's just turn down the settings a bit, and I did, and I lived with it for like the couple of hours that I played it just to play it. And so now I can play it max setting 60 FPS 4K, no problem. I love it.
So are you gonna play it on a screen?
You're really quiet. I couldn't hear what you said.
Are you gonna play it on a stream?
It's possible. Obviously, you need to be there.
I have to be there for everything.
Yeah, basically, we're the stream team.
You have your kids and everything.
I had an interesting little pinching sensation on the rim of my nostril, and it gave me a really bad sneezing sensation. Like it made me want to sneeze so bad, and so I just had to let it out. And I was fighting a room, so I couldn't take my fingers off the keyboard, else I risk dying. Mr. Mega's good. If we get something like Dr. Fetus or Epic Fetus, this would be even better. But likelihood of that is almost 0. In fact, I've only gotten Dr. Fetus twice in however, like, 100-something runs. And I haven't even gotten Epic Fetus a single time. I don't think I've even unlocked it. So.
Dr. Fetus isn't as good as it was.
What?
Dr. Fetus isn't as good as it was.
Dr. Fetus is the one that shoots bombs, and Epic Fetus is the one that drops like the missiles from the sky. It's a lot easier to aim, it's a lot more precise. But it does the same thing, essentially. I hate these mini haunts. Oh, how did I not get hit there? Oh, I'm at half a heart. Oh, never mind. I tempted fate.
Did you die?
Yep. Blue Baby's a hard one to beat.
Oh, you already have Blue Baby?
No, I'm talking about, like, it's hard to beat the game with Blue Baby.
I'm like, you're already on Blue Baby. You must be using some crazy hack.
Yeah, that would have been amazing, but no. Unfortunately,
I mean, like, well, I bet, like, you did, like, one-shotting every boss. And you just, like, get the boss room right as you spawn.
I think I only need to beat Isaac. I don't think I need to beat Blue Baby with Blue Baby in order to get D6. But I'm not sure of that, so obviously I'm going to try to go as far as I can, not beat Mega Devil, or Mega Satan rather. Again, he was a tough enough boss as is. I barely made it through. I got down to a half heart, but thankfully I was wise enough to bring a hematemesis pill in with me, so it didn't take away any of my health, and it gave me three regular hearts on the ground, because it has a chance to drop. I think it's either 1 to 4 or 2 to 4 hearts given the chance. But if you have any more than 1 heart, it'll just take it away. So I basically just got 3 free hearts on that boss fight, and that's the only thing that let me live. Otherwise, I would have died. Because once he gets into Mega Satan Skull mode, he's pretty tough. Like, near impossible to win against unless you are pretty overpowered or really good at dodging, or
Who's your
both.
favorite character?
Probably Isaac, once we get to D6. But without D6 considered, probably Azazel.
Nice.
Because he's probably the easiest one to consistently win with. Yeah, I'll take the bomb, even though it's not that good. It's not bad. It's definitely better than poop, but
I'm pushing my chances way too hard here. I'm running, it's paying out.
what are you doing?
I'm playing Mirror's Edge, and I'm risking like everything on this run.
Oh,
But it's paying out.
why?
Because sometimes it's better to risk it.
Oh, Okay.
To risk it.
I guess YOLO.
I'm already on chapter 4.
That's an interesting champion I don't know that I've seen before. Apparently, blue champions give you three flies once you kill them. Not like enemy flies, but like flies that'll fight for you. With miniature burp in the background.
Burp.
Yeah, did you not hear that? It's like, that'll fight for you.
With a burp wall.
I don't know how I was so skillful in talking and burping at the same time, but it worked. It wasn't a burp. It wasn't burp speak either. It's just like talking while I burped. I would love you nuns habit, but I can't do that because I don't have the money. Unless I find the secret room, and it contains like 9 cents. Specifically 8 would be all I needed, but okay, so I think we're going to go ahead and buy our nun's habit then.
Or have you been showing the siege, Chris?
No, actually, let's go ahead and do that. So the seed this time is RLCCXFS2. Go ahead and put that in the seed for the run, and you'll get the same run, which could potentially be great considering what I've gotten so far. Ghost Baby's not that good. Bob's Rotten Head is better than the bomb, for sure.
Are you ever going to do the basement seed? Like do it.
I will sometime. I will not do it this early on, because we at least want the D6 so that we can re-roll bad items.
Killer. Why?
Because the power is too strong
Well, I
not
should
to
say
maximize.
the Cure guys, which you should go subscribe to. Wink, wink.
And also go subscribe to NL and me. Subscribe to me right now, please. I basically grew to 20 and then I just stopped growing. I don't know what it's about. Alright, box. What do we have? Ringworm. Empress card. Luck down pill. Usual sort of stuff it looks like. Bring in ringworm. Now, I think there is almost literally no risk involved in taking 9 lives. And also, you know, it's one part of the guppy puzzle, so might as well. Let's see. Where is our item room on this floor? I would like to find that as soon as possible. Also, I'm going to go ahead and ditch ringworm, because it's basically 100% trash. There goes life 1. So, this is bad. Okay, pick up Emperor. Did I get? Oh, it was a Sin Heart. That's right. So it just lost. When I lost it, it just killed all the enemies. At least we found our item room very quickly. That should hopefully make us a little bit stronger to reverse our little bit of ill fate, or not. It could just give me some money every now and again. I would like something offensively good, but I'll deal with it. I think I'm going to save this Empress card until the the Isaac/Blue Baby fight, if I can, because the longer, I think the Empress is going to be one of our best cards against them. Just increased damage will be enough, I have a feeling. But yeah, it was not fun trying to game in the off season, aka the whole 2 days that I wasn't playing, or like the whole 2 days I wasn't streaming, because whenever I tried to use a pill or something like that and it gave me like a bloom effect, on the screen. Like, you'll see it next time I do it, but next time I take a pill. But there's like a little sort of bloom to it, like a flash, and that just kills CPUs apparently. So if you can avoid it, don't run your CPU. Don't run this strictly on your CPU. Like, at least be sensible and use an APU or something of that sort. That would be your best bet. But yeah, this morning it was pretty grueling, but it turned out for the best because I gained like an extra 20% performance, maybe even 25%, but 20-ish% performance just by spending like 3 hours dialing in settings to the appropriate levels. You got to do what's called like a burn test. So you have something like fur mark, which stresses your CPU, or not your CPU, but it does have a CPU stress test. You test your GPU though with fur mark, and it just essentially puts all the utilization up to 100%. And if you have the correct, like, basically max out your settings, it'll just run it at the max clock on it. So in my case, like 1540-ish, I think. And then you just run it for a little while, and if you start to see little blips on the screen, whether they be fairly large or if they're just like tiny little specks on the screen for like 1 frame, then you just dial up the voltage, or if that's not a choice, then you dial down the voltage, or you dial down the overclock, and you just keep going until you have your core clock dialed in. And then once you have your core clock, you can do that same thing with the memory. So after spending a couple hours with that, I managed to get like a 170 megahertz overclock, something like that. Okay, that was an unfortunate death, but you guys saw what we got. That's come on, let me back in there. A second guppy item. Let's go ahead and use that. Pick up Bob's rotten head. Throw it at him. He's very passive unless you hit him, it seems. I don't know why. Maybe it's like calling him names. He doesn't like to be called names. Like Mega Fatty. Too bad, Mega Fatty. You are what you are. Also, you look like a giant turkey, minus, you know, the face. Turkeys don't have that face. Where are you going?
I'm gonna go outside for a couple. Sadly.
You're doing what?
Do stuff.
Oh. Fine then. Leave me all on my lonesome. To try to beat Isaac with Blue Baby. It's actually looking like a very viable run right now. Based on what we're about to become. AKA Guppy. Guppy would make this insanely easy. Ow. Thank you, Mega Fatty, for stomping on my face unfairly. It's like, if you do that, I'll be fine. But if you just do one of those Hadum things, like where you just squash my head immediately, I'm not fine with that. Hello, Mega Ma. If you could not do that one, that would be good. Oh, and I ran right into it. Alright, about half dead Mega Ma. Thankfully he's our last boss in the room. Alright, almost there. And oh, I got hit again, but I did it. And get a key. I think that's pretty good, considering we're about to become Guppy. Just to get a little bit of extra stuff, or a few extra keys, since our last item is likely going to be Guppy's tail. Means we can open a few more golden chests. It's going to be better for us. So yeah, 20% increase. How about that result? I'd say it is probably one of the highest overclocking cards that I've ever seen. Not that I've exactly been into computers much, or very recently or for a long time, because I've only been interested in computers for, what, like 3 months? So, pyromancy, or pyromaniac, I suppose, slightly different. So that means we can actually use Bob's Rotten Head as an offensive item as well as a healing item. Although I don't know when if it works when you're Blue Baby, since you don't have heart containers, you instead have hearts. But we'll test it out with the bomb, I suppose, on our next Tinted Rock. That'll be an easy way to find out whether or not you can just generate spirit hearts with Bob's Rotten Head. If we get something like Ipecac, we could just theoretically heal ourselves forever. It's probably the best combo you could have, if I had to guess. Ipecac that kills enemies and heals you. Now, if you guys could just die, that'd be good. Okay, there you go. The sooner we get to the... Okay, so we can test it out here. So it does not heal me, it just doesn't hurt me. I suppose that's as good as healing, except for the fact that we don't get extra health. But yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good result. I wouldn't expect it to exactly heal us. So, it's a good thing we tested. And let's go ahead and fight Carrion Queen. Oh, perfect hit. Square on the rump. I hate Carrion Queen because of that red poop. It is the worst. Oh, that's close. Here, go ahead and eat a bomb. The lower I can get you without using too many resources, the better. Really, you're gonna poop twice in the same corner? At least it's in a corner and not in like the middle of the room. Okay. Thank you. Just a little bit of tedium now, trying to hit the little spot on his back. Okay, I moved right into that. Oh, he doesn't even need them now. He just wants to hit the edges of the screen. Or at least the room. But yeah, it took me a little while to get the core set low enough so that it didn't just crash things once it got to a certain point, and it took me a little while to also get the memory overclocked just to the right amount so that it didn't crash the computer entirely after a little while. And I also had to make sure that the voltage on either one was set high enough so that it didn't end up just, you know, giving me a bunch of artifacts on screen. As much as I like collecting things and putting them in museums like Indiana Jones, I don't necessarily like the whole them appearing on screen thing. Okay. I wouldn't say these are necessarily good items. Boomerang's okay, but it's not going to damage a whole lot. And I don't want to use it just right there and then leave it behind. So let's go ahead and head down to the next floor then. See what we have there. Also, I'm confused as to why we're not getting deals with the devil. Maybe they fixed it from where in the original game. Oh, Necropolis XL. Fun. And Curse the Labyrinth. Maybe they changed it from the first game where it existed that if you were to use Blue Baby, you would always get deals with the devil, because when you didn't take damage of red hearts, it was basically guaranteed, more or less. So I thought that would apply here, but maybe not, because we haven't been getting all that many, to my knowledge, at least. Maybe I just have such a short-term memory that I've forgotten already. That would have just been impossible to dodge. So, I guess it was an inevitable, really. You're going to take the brunt of the attack. I was hoping these guys would, but... Oh. I don't like you. Okay, that was very nearly our third death. Or maybe his fourth, I don't know. Okay, so we're just not going back in that room. There's no feasible reason why we should. No reason that I could think of. This was looking like a very strong run, but we haven't gotten anything beyond what we've already gotten from the beginning that would necessarily make us any stronger. We're basically base damage and a little bit fancier looking. Okay, this room is just absolute garbage. I don't like it at all. Too many hearts and masks. Let's go this way just to make sure we can't avoid any of those rooms. Necropolis is way too hard with base damage. Especially with like one heart canister a life. Keys, no thank you. Yeah, like these rooms I can deal with. Because literally, bam. Oh, come on, don't you do that. What is giving me these hearts, by the way? Is that scapular or something? That can't be scapular, because that would give us a spirit heart, which would actually be really good. What do we have that would give us a heart? Is that Scorpio, or not Scorpio, the whatever that astrological sign is back there? Or was that even this run? Maybe it wasn't. What is that? Oh, bandage. I bet that's bandage. Huh. Well, it would have been good if we had regular health, but 'tis not the case. Oh, there's only 2 hands. I was expecting more, so I didn't focus them down. Here we go. Damage up. If we had this a little bit sooner, also HP up. If we had this a little bit sooner, that would have been good, but it came better late than never. Alright. Still not very much damage. We might ought to start some Eden runs soon as well. I think I did one, but it was terrible. Because Eden runs can either be good or bad. And that one was just a bad one. I'd rather save this for like the cathedral or something. But it's giving me a tough choice here. I don't know whether or not I need to turn back and go through that annoying room of skulls, or like the masks. By the way, if I had to guess, I'd say we're going to fight a Mask of Infamy. Or like a Dark One, maybe. Dark One would also be pretty bad. Although I have been able to dodge him a little bit more recently. Yeah, let's go ahead and check out our shop. Might as well. I see no reason not to. There's a possibility we could get something good. There's a possibility we don't. Either way, it's good to check. I wouldn't say either of these are good. So, let's go on. Continue to look for second item room, second shop, if there even is such a thing. I don't even know if there's a second shop on these floors. I know there's a second item room for sure. Thank you, Super Sloth, for having actually really low HP, considering what you are, which is a super sin. Technically, super deadly sin, ha ha ha. Because, get it? Because he's one of the deadly sins, but also he's super deadly, potentially. Especially considering we only have 1 heart. No, you don't like the meme. Okay, I'll stop. And we get the moon card. Yeah, pop it. Let's go ahead and blow you up. Oh, okay. Or not. Okay, thank you. Let's go ahead and grab our Emperor card before we decide to go through that top way. I love the fact that they changed it so that you could now... Actually, let's just see if it's down there, maybe. Actually, I think the Empress is going to be better for us. And I gave you a key. Sorry about that. That should at least make this room a lot easier. Okay. Go ahead and spit out all your flies. I'll just kill them. And killed the bomb. And we actually killed one room with these guys. Hopefully our other resources are over here. Like everything except for... no, I actually just want everything to be over here. Because I don't want to go through that other way for the potential of, again, dying. Because even though we do have that separate path, I have a feeling that the room on the other side might be equally as bad since it's Necropolis. Alright, well now we have a little bit of life insurance, in a way. Alright. Bombfly is gone, and now we just gotta worry about the second one. People being loud in the other room. Very considerate. Alright. Not going to sacrifice a heart for that. Especially since we're running on pure spirit hearts. Okay, or you could just do that. It is amazing that I did not take a single hit right there. Also, I have a very good recommendation for you guys to watch a video. It's called, I'm not going to say the exact title, but I'm going to say the gist of it. Big A Rock by, or like in the musical Full Monty. So, go ahead and search that up. Big expletive with the initial A, rock, Full Monty. It's a really good song. It's really catchy and it's really funny. So go ahead and do that. And then hit that subscribe button. Because I crave you and your support. I don't want to sound weird there with the I crave you thing. But it is true, I crave support. Because, as is, I've put up like 200 something videos, and basically it's one subscriber every 10 videos is more or less the ratio that's going on here. And also I just walked into a room that I did not want to walk into. So I will tell you what we will do. Resting on a half spirit heart here. We will blow ourselves back out and go back in through the other way. That way we can avoid... Oh, okay. So I guess it's not an entirely bad thing that we didn't find the item room on the other side, because we found it right there. So let's go ahead and go to our boss room. Zzz. Forgot about that. It's an XL floor. Hopefully... Oh, that was very close. Hopefully the first one's not too difficult. And of course it's the adversary. So I'm going to die. Almost guaranteed. Like that attack is the strongest thing I've ever seen in terms of hit rates. It's basically going to hit me 10 out of 10 times. Yeah, see? He's very tough. Now if you could just not, that would be good. Yeah, you just keep flashing me with your spiders. I'm good with that. Just none of that BS brimstone laser that is impossible to dodge unless you're just like at the imperfect cardinal directions, like north-northeast. I say imperfect because it's like ever so slightly off the cardinal directions. If you just do that, yeah, go ahead. Just none of that brimstone. Or you could do the brimstone in the opposite direction. That also works for me. Or you could hit me. I'd rather you not, though. That was very close. I'm surprised I didn't get killed there. Ow. Died to a spider. Okay, I think it's time to maybe break out the Empress card. Give us a good impetus for winning. Okay. And go ahead and use this. Oh, okay. There we go. We lived. It's not over yet, though. Okay, and barely dodged that. Like it was burning off the hairs of my head, I guess. Burning off arm hairs. Oh, don't you. We are not going to win this. Just going to tell you that now. We didn't win with the Empress. That's a pretty big damage buff, considering. Yeah. One last, or two last lives, I guess, technically. But yeah, very unlikely. I hate that brimstone shot is the strongest thing. And he seems to be using it a lot right now. Oh, okay. He didn't, not my direction. He is certainly an adversary. Ooh. Nearly just died again. I've been surviving most of this fight with half a heart. I wonder what's with the bandages on the adversary. Maybe he's like battle worn. I don't know. I have no idea what that could mean. Oh, so close. Okay, last life. The adversary has really changed the game. Also, just Necropolis XL in general. It's just the worst floor. Okay, so that's the end of that run. It looks like we'll have time for just one more. Oh, thank you. Because I love when you do that. Alright. See if we can find our item room right off the bat. That'd be good if we could get it sooner rather than later. Okay, and there we go. And our wish has been granted. As well as a golden poop has appeared. Ooh, and a little bit of golden inside of that other poop. Had the golden genes inside of it. Now I wonder. Aw, maybe not. Nah, okay. I was wondering if maybe the tile itself that held the golden poop had some sort of magical properties that when placing a regular poop upon it, it might change it. That would have been amazing, but it appears that that's not the case. Let's see if this peep can kill the last guy. Aw, no, just barely off. Alright, next room. He did kill quite a few enemies on that room, though. Ow, thank you. Thank you for that damage. I don't appreciate it. And next room. Oh, there's our boss. Got a bunch of keys and money on this first floor, and of course it's you. At least you're fairly easy. You just gotta do some of these. Gotta make him take the longest possible route so he doesn't end up like sitting right next to you once he comes to rest for the next slide. That is the most important thing, is get him to not land near you. Generally easier to pull him long ways instead of vertically. Alright, just about dead. Oh, and I got hit at the last second. Range up, thank you. That is very valuable. Alright. Arcade, not necessarily useful. Any enemies in here? Does not appear so. Some easy enemies in here that could very easily kill me as well. Alright. This is a tough looking room, based by the fact that there are so many enemies that could hurt me very easily. Especially those combined spiders. They move fast, they do a lot of damage, and they take a lot of damage. Actually, I don't know how much damage they do. I have a feeling it's 1 heart, but it could be only half. I'd rather not test it out at the moment. Okay, anything drop? Nope. Thankfully we have plenty of keys and another not very good item, let's just say. At least we have an extra helper, but I doubt we're going to last very long beyond this floor. If oh wow, if even beyond this room. Okay, we live a little bit longer. And next we go to... Alright, I'll deal with that. Oh, these are the worst spiders of all. They're literally the worst. They have hurt me more times than I can count. Especially more than I've actually hurt them. Okay, what happened there? Did he get deflected off the fart that results? Or did he bounce off a peep? Or peeper's eye, technically. Oh, that peeper's eye does a good bit of damage. There we go. And then we get magic scab. And... yeah, we need something. Even though that does take us extremely close to death, we need something. And besides, we can come back and get ourselves a little bit of health out of a tinted rock. Let me go ahead and check if it is up here, because I have a feeling it might have been. No. Where was it? Down here? No. Where was it? I know I saw it. Was it last floor that I saw it? It's very possible. Oh, very nice. Okay. And watch, I'm going to find it here in a second. Nope, maybe not. Okay, yeah, I guess it was just on last floor, period. Alright. Don't slip on this banana peel, by the way. It's very dangerous. These flies should theoretically help us out a lot. And there we go, never mind. Okay, looks like one more run. Thank you for telepathy for dummies. I guess it's better than poo. I'd like okay, there we go. Prayers answered. Even though I didn't actually say the words, the game knew what I meant. All we need is one more penny and a key, and we can go to any shop we like. Ooh, it's getting a little bit late. Not necessarily late, but late-ish. After I'm done with this, I will certainly sit down with the bowl of ice cream and watch some NL play some of this. Maybe learn some of his strats. But at the very least, off camera, I will be doing this. Like, after I finish that bowl of ice cream, I'll continue watching while I do this. Because that is basically... why didn't I use this? This works for a whole room. It's not an active item. Like, it's not a one-time use item like Bob's brain. Bob's rotten head. Now I have a question. What about Bob's brain being separated from his head makes it rechargeable? Because Bob's rotten head is not rechargeable unless you get the 9 volt, I believe it is. Oh wait, no, that wouldn't even work. That would have needed to been a 1 room charge. And we're already dead. One more run. Alright, scissors again. Oh wait, I don't think I've had scissors on camera with Blue Baby. It's basically the same as pinking shears, except instead of having control of your head and having your body do damage for you, you are the body, and the head just sits static and does like a turret sort of action. It's not very good, but it's better than nothing. Safety cap, okay. I believe in the last game, Safety Cap gave you really good pills, but I have no idea if that actually carries over into this. So yeah, I'm just going to demonstrate the scissors because it's a little tight here, and I also could do with a little more damage. Let's go ahead into here. That was very close. You nearly just hit me in the face right off the bat. Thank you for not. Oh, your friend. Oh, there you go. You did it. You've done it now. Thank you, keyboard glitch. As you can tell, I'm not very happy. Basically, most of my runs have ended up the way today's stream has. Basically, Blue Baby is not good unless you get really good runs, and I have not gotten good runs at all. Let's go ahead and use this so we can get some Tinted Rock action. Maybe last a little bit longer. Alright. Definitely not this way. We know that now. Bomb? Key, okay. Good enough. I guess we do need to go to the admin room. Speaking of which, please be Ipecac or Brimstone, Mom's Knife, you name it. Any extremely powerful item would be good. PhD, that's actually one of the best items I've gotten this stream. And that's really surprising because PhD isn't exactly the best. It just gives you better pills overall. Alright. Key, don't have enough money. Whew. Alright. Let's go ahead and charge our boss room. Tick, no thank you. Although technically it is good against bosses, it takes them down 45 or 35% off the bat. It's about a third dead on every boss, but I'd rather not. Now I wonder, will he go for... No, he'll go for what he conceives to be me, which in this case is my body. Maybe conceives isn't the right word. What he conceives is me. What he perceives is me is what I meant to say. Alright, just get hit some more. And there we go. Basement 2. Damage up, that's a good sign. Can't buy him because I'll die. But it was nice to see what was in here. Maybe we'll get deal with the angel precedent now. That would be nice. Adjust myself. Get in fetal position. Get ready for the inevitable death. I don't know what it is, but like after sitting regularly for a good while, sitting in fetal position feels really good. Okay, so... Oh, maybe safety cap just now tells you exactly what the pill is. Or maybe that's P. I can't tell, there's too many variables going on. I got x plus y equals z. I didn't get x equals y, or x equals z, or y equals z. So I can't differentiate between the two. Well, it may be PhD that gives me the ability to see. Or maybe safety cap makes it better. Maybe it's vice versa. I don't know. It's very hard to tell when you have both. I'd have to do a second test where I find out which one is which. Oh, hold on. Actually, no. Duh, because next time we find a pill, I can test it very easily by dropping my trinket. And if it still tells me the name, then I'll know it's the PhD, or it was the safety cap that tells you. And if I don't see the name, and it's just question marks, but it's still a good pill, then I'll know that safety cap is the one that's giving it the name. I'm not sure I said that entirely right. I always seem to do that. Basically, drop the trinket. If it still gives me a name, PhD gives me the name. If it doesn't give me a name, then it is, in fact, the trinket that gives me the name. Okay. Now it's just a matter of finding a tarot card. Also, finding the item room would be good. That would be a nice outcome as well. If you could, yeah, there you go. Just die. And you got the idea. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Spider butt. Wait, plus damage. What is that about? I'm keeping that if that gives me damage. I've actually never seen that. Like, I haven't seen the tooltip say damage. Because I took it for granted that it meant the same thing as it did last time. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. And here's a perfect chance. About to fight our boss. I wouldn't actually be too disappointed, depending on what's in our shop, if we get, like, Pageant Boy or the box that gives us, like, a nickel or something. Because that means if it's good, we can get whatever's inside. BFF would be good, but we don't have any familiars as of yet. If nothing else, I can buy a Spirit Heart. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this out. What is this whole damage thing? I don't see it give me any extra damage. Does it give them extra damage while they're slow? Because if so, that is a bad tooltip. That is not what it does. It's false advertising. At least by my interpretation, it's false advertising. Oh, okay. Well, it in fact just turned an hour. Maybe that's some sort of omen. But, oh, I just completely quit out of the game because I pressed it 3 times. Okay, let's go ahead and get back to the title screen, and I will call it here, guys. So until next time, oh, bye there.